Hello. Welcome to E-commerce Expert, the absolute commerce, money and invest. Welcome to another episode of cybersecurity where we are learning about hacking. This is the age of information. So much so that we have become dependent on our computers, phones, and other devices to do most of our daily tasks. These devices have made our lives easier, but there are some hidden dangers in using them. One of these dangers include hackers. Hacking is one of the most common forms of cyber attack. However, there are a lot of myths about hacking that can cause you to be unprepared for an attack or even increase the risk of being attacked. Though it's true that hackers are not perfect, here are some myths and facts about them you should know. Myth 1: Hackers only attack big companies. This myth is illogical because hackers are not interested in the size of the company, they are interested in the security holes that any company will have, especially small companies that do not care about security, and that is what makes it easier for hackers to reach them. Fact about this is that, hackers don't usually choose their victims by company size or industry. Instead, they look for victims who are most vulnerable to attack, and these victims are often small businesses that don't have a lot of security protecting them. In fact, according to the National Cybersecurity Alliance, about 60% of small businesses go out of business within 6 months of being hacked. No business is safe from hackers. Even if you run a small company, hackers can still target you because they know that small businesses often don't have the same level of cybersecurity as larger companies. They may even prefer to attack smaller companies, since these businesses tend to have less sophisticated security measures in place. If you're serious about protecting your business, you need a plan for addressing any potential cyber attacks. Myth 2: Hackers can't see you when browsing incognito. This myth is also illogical because when you use incognito mode or private browsing, this means that your browser will not save the history of your visits and will not save cookies, but this does not mean that it will hide your identity from hackers or protect you from attacks. Fact about this is that, incognito mode doesn't keep hackers from seeing the sites you visit or the information you share. It just stops your browser from saving your history and login data on that device, which means you'll have to log in every time you visit a website, instead of having your browser autofill your username and password for you. What's more, incognito mode doesn't hide your location or IP address, so hackers can still use that information to track your location and learn where you spend most of your time online. When you're browsing incognito, the browser creates a temporary file to store information from the websites you visit while in that mode. Though the information is not saved to your hard drive, it's still possible for other people with access to your computer or device, including hackers, to see what you've been up to online. Additionally, your internet service provider, ISP, can still track the websites you visit and record that information. This means that if a hacker manages to gain access to your ISP or one of the sites you're visiting, they'll still be able to see what pages you're viewing and other information about your browsing history. Therefore, surfing incognito doesn't offer any additional protection against hackers. Myth 3: If I use antivirus software, I'm safe from hackers. Fact about this: antivirus programs are useful because they monitor files on your hard drive and warn you. Though using antivirus software is an important part of keeping your data safe, it's not enough by itself. Most antivirus programs will protect against known threats, but hackers are constantly developing new ones. Additionally, many viruses and malware don't have signatures yet because they are in testing stage. Other facts include: 1. The hacker or cybercriminal is a special type of criminal who has a specific skill to steal information and control machines remotely. And they do this by exploiting the vulnerabilities of applications or devices. Hackers sometimes work alone and sometimes in teams, just like a normal criminal works with his team to steal things and money. 2. Some hackers are working for companies to test their security systems, others are working for institutions to test their security systems. Some hackers work for individuals to hack into computers and get personal information, and other hackers are doing it for personal interests. Best practices you can deploy include: 1. Even though there are many myths surrounding hacking, there are steps you can take to protect yourself. You should always use strong passwords and change them regularly. If someone gains access to one of your accounts through phishing or social engineering techniques like these, they may be able to gain access to others as well. 2. You should also make sure that any website where you enter personal information, like a bank information, has data protection policy, privacy and affirm to cybersecurity. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video.